Hello and welcome. My name's Leanne Phillipson. I'm the registered nutritionist, founder, and author of Sprout Right. Just wanted to come to you today to talk a little bit about over the holiday season, or actually really it's any time of year, when we're in the car and we're traveling around and we're going to this place and that place. Maybe you're jumping on a plane this holiday season, or you've got a trip coming up in the new year. What on earth are you going to feed yourself and feed your kids that are fast and easy snacks? I don't know about you, but if I'm getting ready to go to a family gathering, it's where's your sparkly dress? Where are your tights? Because I've got two girls, all of those kind of things that we need to rush to get ready to get somewhere. And it ends up that food is, I don't make the really good lunch that my kids would normally have, or we don't have a snack and we're going into dinner time so that when we arrive, everyone is frazzled from the stress of trying to get there on time, look good, have all the right things on and all of those kind of things. It's really, really tricky to pull all of that off well. So as we're going through the video and I'm sharing things, do let me know where your biggest challenges are in terms of what are the snacks that you can take, whether it's in the car, on a plane, if you're walking somewhere, what can you do or how are you going to pull this off? So do let me know all of those kind of things. So these are the kind of things that I throw in the car, or that I have maybe one hanging around in the bottom of my bag. So in my book, Sprout Right, which is right behind me, one of my favorite recipes, they're all kind of my favorites, but one of my favorite recipes is Go Faster granola bars. They are incredible. I always have to make 2 batches because they're going to go so quick. But if you don't have time to make your own, which is totally understandable at this time of year because they're just all busy and you're like, oh, I've got how many more presents and I have to wrap and I have to see this person and get this job done, all of those kind of things. Anyway, so these are my new go-to favorite. These Made Good bars certainly satisfy both of my kids, but one of my daughters is more of a chocoholic than the other. So these ones actually have, let me turn them around to the English side, these actually have some chocolate chips in them. These ones, so this is a little bar. This goes well, it's in a package on the inside of the box. These little guys are little rounds, as you can see. They just sit there and pop them in. These ones are apple cinnamon. There's also berry ones. They have not been a favorite for whatever reason with my kids, but this certainly is. So between these two, stick them in the car and you've always got them. Put them in the center console. Another thing to grab right now, especially, is these little orange guys. I do suggest having something. I find in the cup holders, I have a van, I have front cup holders, all the little pieces of the orange that they sit there and they peel off and make it really, really clean. So just every now and then swoop around the car and pick up all of these bits that are all like frozen or dried or whatever. But these are fantastic. Younger kids are gonna have to peel it for them, or just like take an apple. We kind of just walk out and don't think about the fruit. A banana is also fantastic, really good for grab and go. Not to put at the bottom of your bag because it's going to be mushed and nobody's going to eat it. Another homemade is my little mini muffins. I make everything in minis. I do frittatas in minis. I do my muffins in minis and all of those kind of things. So these actually are the chia seed ones. These are in the Fast Family Eats meal plan, but also in my book, I've got some mini muffins as well, which are both gluten-free. If you've got extra time, remember, not always time to do these kind of things. So that's when you want to kind of go for something that's quick. Something that my youngest, I guess that's a postman, sorry. Something my youngest goes for a lot, and she'll make this herself, is these are rice cakes, which are fantastic. I love these for kids, for babies instead of those mums and stuff. They really are not particularly nutritious. They're pretty light. They don't keep you going. So it's about what you put on them. Slap on some hummus or your favorite dip or anything like that is amazing. And then just throw them in a little baggie and take them with you. What Hadley likes to do the best is she throws on some almond butter. She'll put on some raw honey, especially if she has a sore throat. She's woken up the past few days with a bit of a sore throat, and she has a small amount of this on a teaspoon. And it is amazing for sore throats. Immune boosting is the raw honey. So a little bit of this, a little bit of that, some jam, peanut butter, whatever it is that they like to have on these. And something that people, I was in England for a long time, so we eat oat cakes over there, not really known about here. These are these little guys. So they're just made of oats, which is a slow release. They come in a little package like this, so you can throw this in your bag. Sometimes they get a bit broken up, but they don't mind eating them. And again, throw on some hummus or some sort of dip, or even some spreadable cottage cheese is great, and then they can do these ones too. So that's kind of what I've got in front of me. Just a few top tips. I'm going to write out a blog. There'll be a blog on sproutright.com and also some other information. Do sign up for a newsletter because we're really trying to help you through the holiday season, weathering it as we go about and do our things as we do. And make sure that we kind of stay a little bit healthy because we don't have to completely fall off the rails, even though there's an abundance of sweets and all sorts of things around right now, that holiday baking that everybody does, which is just, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, but let's just try and maintain just more of the energy and more of feeling good within this. Not saying that you have to avoid everything, but just let's kind of find that best case scenario. All right, so do type down in the comments underneath if you want me to answer any questions. Sign up for the newsletter because there'll be a lot more information and a blog post just outlining some of these top tips and even more. All right, thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you soon.